So it looks like we are live. I'm just gonna quickly check if it's working. Yeah, it's working. Okay. So before we start, actually, if anyone has any questions that would like to ask, you can type them in the comments so we can answer them as we go. So let's start. So we have decided basically to run like a few interviews. This is an interview series for participants or ex-participants of different mobility programs, sharing their experience around the world. And this is why we have invited Flora today. She is part of the Jumping to Freedom team, but she also moved to Barcelona with a mobility program. So we thought that it would be great to share her experience in one of our coffee talks. And this is why we have Flora here today. So welcome, Flora.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks to you for your time. So we can start with the questions. So tell us a bit about you.
Yeah, so my name is Flora. I am 24 years old. I'm now living, as you said, in Barcelona, but I'm French. I had experience abroad because I was an Erasmus exchange student already before. And so after my Erasmus exchange, I went to Toulouse to study a master's degree in communication. And after it, I just wanted to go abroad and to find the perfect job, the job of my dream abroad. And I didn't really know what destination to go or anything. And I just saw an offer on the internet and I applied. I got hired. And the contract was a VIE contract. So it's a specific contract that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. And so I decided to go for this contract because it has many, many benefits. And yeah, so I arrived in Barcelona 9 months ago now. So it's almost 1 year and I don't want to leave.
That's good. That's a good sign then.
It is.
So basically, as you mentioned, this VIE program is a mobility program, but it's also a kind of contract that allows foreigners to relocate and work abroad more easily. And it is for French companies that are operating overseas, which means that if you apply for this program, you will be working for a French company in another country. And any European, not only French, can apply. So could you please tell us a bit how was the procedure to apply for this opportunity?
So basically, even if you see this kind of offer on many different companies' websites, there is only one website you can go on to apply, which is called CV Web. It's the one you can create your own profile and find the job you are looking for. They have many offers, even with the crisis, and I think even more with the crisis because it also has many benefits for the company, not only for you as an employee. So you go on this website and then you create your own profile. You need all the documents and everything. And you can apply directly for a job. And then the company will be in charge of doing all the documents that the CV web part would need. So this is all for you. You just have to send a CV. And basically that's it. And then you have, depending on the company, you will have the same hiring processes than the company. So if a company has five interviews for one job, then you would have to do 5 interviews for the job. It will depend on the company.
Mm-hmm. So the hiring process works the same as you were like a person applying.
Exactly.
Okay. How long? Yeah, sorry.
In my company, for example, we had what they call a pre-call. So they call you to say, hey, we have this offer and we saw you apply for the offer. They just have a short chat with you. Then you have a first one with the manager, a second one, and a third one. This is an example. All the companies have different processes. But this is basically like, I guess, I haven't applied to many jobs in my life, but I think it's almost always the same.
Okay. And how long it took you from the moment you applied until you actually got selected and then you moved there?
It was really fast. I applied in June I had not finished my master's degree because I was an apprentice at this moment, but I wanted to take the opportunity. So I applied in June. They called me 1 week later, and I started in August. So it was actually, I had like one interview a week. So it was really fast, and just the time for me to move from Toulouse to Barcelona. And then here I was, and that was really fast. Yeah, 2 months, I would say.
Okay, that's cool. And I have seen that this program also have like many opportunities in other countries in the world. So basically, where this company operates, they are looking for people. So they have like opportunities in Canada, in Singapore, China, Brazil, of course in Europe, and I have also seen for example, in Cameroon or in Ghana. So why did you decide to actually apply for the position in Barcelona?
The thing is, I saw the offer, and the offer was for Barcelona only. So I was not close to any city in the world. I wanted to go to Canada, to Asia, to South America as well. So I didn't really choose to filter depending on the country, but depending on the job opportunity. And I was looking for something I was doing before, so event planning, event coordination. So I saw this offer among many different offers, so I applied for this one only, and I got hired. So I was really lucky.
Cool. So also for this program, there are assignments that can go from 6 months up to 2 years. So how long is your program in particular?
So as you said, you can have different type of contracts from 6 months, 1 year, 18 months, or 24 months. So it's 2 years. Mine is a 1 year contract, and I can resign for another year. The thing is, if you decide to resign, you can only resign in this company. So basically, you have one shot. So most of the time, if everything is happening very well and you just want to stay in the company, you can have the opportunity to stay a little bit longer.
Okay.
So that's very interesting. And also, I know that in my company, for example, if you are a good fit, if you're doing a really good job, they for sure want to keep you, and so you can stay. So this is like the first step to get in the company.
Yeah, I have seen that they have like a higher percentage of people who are actually involved in this program, and at the end they get hired by the company, which is great. They are no longer an intern, but they are also like an employee.
Yeah, so, definitely.
And could you tell us the benefits that you have received from this program?
Yeah, so there are many different kind of benefits. Financial first. Because you have a good wage, it's really good because you don't have to pay taxes. So you belong to the France embassy, taxes and everything, but you don't have to pay any, which means that this is good because you get more money at the end of the month. But also the only negative point is that if you go back to France, for example, when you have a normal contract, you pay taxes, so you get unemployment help from France, but since you don't pay taxes, you don't have this help. But another thing is, most of the time, a lot of people are looking for this kind of contract. So if you have it, this is a great opportunity. So you have to know that you will be easy to employ, and it will be really easy for you to find a job after this, because you're just working as an employee. So you have a lot of, you can become a manager, you can get a lot of experience and everything. So yeah, of course, you don't get the unemployment help, but you have a lot of benefits.
So I have also seen that the salary is kind of like not an intern salary. So it's kind of like you get paid as you were like an employee as well. So I mean, like the salaries are not, because you're an intern, you get paid less. It's kind of like a normal employee.
Yeah, it is. It is. And also, yeah, as you said, you are paid depending on the country you're going. And depending on the life cost of the of the country. If you're in a country where it's really, really expensive, you're going to be paid more. So this is really good because you can enjoy living in the country and the salary is always good. And yeah, so it doesn't depend on your experience. So sometimes I can understand that you can be a little bit disappointed because in some other country you would be paid more, but still it's always on the same line of the country, so you can still live perfectly.
Yeah, and as you said, you don't pay taxes, so then
Exactly.
everything, the salary that you're getting is like in full.
Exactly.
It's the net salary at the end, which is great. It's awesome.
Yeah, and you also have a health insurance within the contract, so you don't have to care about that. It's just all in the package.
Okay, and did they help with any relocation assistance that you might need?
Yeah, well, this also depends on the company. Some companies offer to, well, most of the time they pay for the ticket to go, but they also can help with finding an accommodation, for example, this kind of thing. So this is really good. You have all the benefits from the company.
So they help you when you move to Barcelona to find a flat, like a shared flat for you, right?
For me, no, because I had found one already, so I didn't need that. But I know that, yeah, in some companies, they also have some flats, I think, because they most of the time are very huge companies. So they just have the flats, or they know people and they can help you. What they did was my manager sent a message to all the VIE contracts of the company saying, hey, this is Flora, she's going to be my manager. She's arriving in August. So if someone hears about a free room, a flat, or anything, just let her know. So that's really good. People are always so helpful.
Cool. So they also paid for your flight tickets, right? To move to Barcelona.
Exactly. They pay for the flight ticket to come and then to move out. So, yeah, exactly.
Did they help you with any like language course, let's say, because you are from abroad? They might help you with if you are in Spain with a Spanish course.
Well, this depends on the company also, because Business France, who is the main company who offers the job, don't propose that, but my company proposed some language courses, and I think that in a lot of companies now, you have this benefit to enjoy some free courses, English, Spanish, Catalan, because I'm in Catalan.
Yeah, true. Okay, and can you tell us a bit how it works with the retirement, because you are abroad, and then once you return, all that experience, how does it work, like back in your country?
So back in the country, so when you mean when you move back to the country with the taxes and everything, and retirement, and so this is one of the benefits also. You don't have to pay taxes, but the good thing is that when you get retired, the experience you had abroad with the VIE contract still count. So it's not as if you just went on vacation for 2 years. It also counts just as normal working month in France, for example. So you will get money from this experience as well.
Okay, so you don't lose basically this work experience towards your retirement in your country.
Exactly. It's not like a gap year, for example. When you go for a gap year, you have to lose this time. It's just like if you were not really working, But no, this experience counts.
That's basically what happens with paid volunteering. Usually it doesn't count towards your retirement. It's just like, kind of like a gap year as well.
Yeah.
So you get all the experience, you most of the time get like even like a document to share that you have been abroad and working, but also it doesn't count like in the legal part back home. It doesn't count as it should be, I think.
Yeah, so everyone will say you get richer from the experience abroad, but when you get retired, you don't have the money.
Yeah, that's true. That's totally true. And so can you tell us a bit like the first day once you landed in a new city? How was it? How was your feeling? Was it weird? Were you excited?
I was really excited, yeah. I had found an accommodation already, so everything was set up. I just arrived with my luggages. But that was really nice. My first day at work, for example, I met a lot of new people, and in my company, we are all young people. And so the first thing we did was going to a bar and saying, hey, welcome to the new people, newcomers. So it was really nice and nice atmosphere. And also, Barcelona is not really different from, I was from the south of France, so it's not too different. I was not too stressed to get to learn the culture and everything. So I got used very easily. But yeah, as I told you, I'm like all of my friends from here are from work. Actually, they are all my colleagues. So there is a really good atmosphere, and we are all almost all VIE contracts as well. So we are living the same experience and sharing some tips, and that's very helpful, because sometimes when you're far away from home, you can get homesick a little bit.
Yeah, that make it easier for sure. And also actually the city where you are looking to live or where you are going to live, if there are like a lot of expats, it's also make it easier, of course, than going to like a rural area where there's nobody else who is like having the same experience as you. So you cannot share like the same struggles or even talking the same language from back home. So make it,
Yeah, and it's also very important to make the place you are in home, because if you miss your family and if you don't have anyone to talk to or to share some moments, you can't survive, I think.
Totally, yeah, true. And so actually, how was a normal day in your life? So once you wake up until you go to bed, what do you usually do?
What I do is, so I try to wake up early to go to the gym, because it's pretty close to my office, even if I'm working from home right now. And then I just have a coffee with my colleagues. We have a small chat talking, hey, how was your weekend away and everything. And then I just reply to some emails. I sometimes have to go on site because I'm an event coordinator, so I'm not always behind my computer. Sometimes I have to go to the event as well. And then, well, it's really good because in summer we finish at 3, so we can just grab our swimsuit and go to the beach. So that's very enjoyable. And yeah, going out for a beer with some friends and going for tapas. So yeah, life is great.
So cool. Okay, and can you tell us a bit like the overall experience so far with this program? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think everything is really easy. Sometimes when you move abroad, you just have barriers, but they are just in your mind, And with the VIE contract, it's very easy. The company is doing everything for you for all the administrative parts and everything. So this is very easy. You just have to apply. Also, if I had an advice, to be yourself. Just don't try to fit in the culture or everything, because if they want you for who you really are, So you don't have to be someone else to go abroad or anything. Yeah, for me, that's really this. Be authentic, I think.
Yeah, totally true. So also, well, we have one question. So Michela is asking, could you explain again what kind of program is it? So basically, we were talking. So Flora moved from France to Barcelona with a VIE program. And the VIE program is basically, so you will be working for a French company, but you will be relocated overseas. So it's for foreigners, so any European who would like to move abroad and work abroad. So basically it's an internship, but also the salary that you will get paid is kind of like the same as you were an employee, and you will also get the net salary for this, and they will help you with the relocation, with the flight tickets, with the health insurance, but this also depends a lot on the company that you will work for.
Exactly, and they don't just look for some kind of of job. For example, you can be an engineer, you can be, as me, an event coordinator, marketing, everything. You can really find everything, and so most of the time it's just you applying to a normal job, but it's just the contract that is different. And the only criteria, I would say, it's also really important. You have to be under 28 years old.
Yeah.
The age.
So it's for young people, basically.
I see there is another question.
Yeah, so Milena is asking, do you need a university degree to take part of this program, or is it open to anyone?
Well, as I was saying, the thing is, they just publish the offer as if they were publishing an offer through any other job website, So If they are looking for someone with a master degree, then you need a master degree. But yeah, most of the time you need a degree at least, or some work experience, because most of the jobs there, it's not, well, it's necessary to have some diploma for most of them. But sometimes you can find some companies saying, hey, we just want someone who is really motivated, so you can apply for this one. So no, it's not necessary, but for most of them, I would say maybe 80% you have to get a diploma. Yeah.
Yeah, also, I will say the languages that you need to speak, some of them requires actually French or English, mandatory, but also depends on the company a lot. Some of them just ask for English, some others ask for also French, because you might need to do some tasks in that language. That's why they are asking for. But as Flora said, it depends on the offer itself more than about the whole program.
Yeah, definitely. And there are also very interesting job offers. I saw a lot of proposition to work in embassies.
Yeah.
So it can be very interesting. If, for example, if you want to go working for the embassy, how do you say? Yeah, embassy. Of I don't know, of France in Brazil, and Portuguese is your main language, then you can go. And if you speak French, it's also very good, you know. So it can be this kind of job, and that's very, very interesting.
Yeah, that sounds cool, because this kind of offers, it looks like they are out of reach for normal people, and it could be that you are the person who applies and get a job in the embassy or any other public institution abroad, and they will also help you with everything. So perfect. So what else do you need, I think?
Yeah, something also I wanted to say, I completely forgot because it was so long ago. So you have an onboarding for everything. So you have one day in Paris, just before you start your mission. So they can just show you the rules, how it works. If you want to take some holidays, how do you ask for holidays? If you want to go to a doctor, how to get reimbursed and everything. So yeah, they just don't drop you at the company and say, hey, see you in 2 years. You receive some emails, for example, with the Corona crisis. They always send some emails saying, yes, stay safe, updating you on the situation and everything.
Cool. That's so cool. That's so good to know, actually.
Yeah, you're not lost. You can't get lost.
I think it has to be this pre-training for people. Even if the company is giving you all the tools, I think you will need to have this information in advance before you relocate.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah, and also this is nice because during this introduction day, they have some kind of breakfast, and they are by countries. So you can meet the people who are going for a mission to the same country or same city as you. So you can already meet some people. They will not be working in the same company, but you can meet them. So you can just get their phone numbers and then contact them. So at least you can have one person to contact if you are looking for some friends.
Yeah, that's so cool. Actually, if you're even traveling like around, if you know these people, you can also meet travel friends and go somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, sounds cool. Okay, so the last question, actually, the last question will be if you have any advice for people who would like to follow your same path or are thinking about it.
If you want to go abroad, don't and like going abroad is your own desire. You just don't jump on any offer. You know, just find something that would make you happy. Because I know sometimes you just want to go abroad and you don't really mind what kind of job or the offer and everything. But it's also very, very important to get in an environment where you're going to be yourself. You're going to be great, actually, because this will be your new home. So you need to find something that is very interesting and that fits with you and your mindset.
Cool. Such a great advice. So actually, I would like to share the last thing. So if anyone is interested in knowing more about this kind of mobility programs, so we recently launched a guide and we have received like a super great feedback from it. So you can find this program and another 13 programs Some of them are for young people, some others are for doesn't have an age limit. And you can find with this a position abroad for any nationality and almost in any country. So as Flora mentioned, this program is one of them, but there are another 13. So you can find them and also apply for them. And if you're interested, we have actually shared the link already in our comments, just in case if there's anyone interested to see it, because it took us Milena and me, we actually work on this, but it took us years to know. And sometimes if you don't know, you just go for the option that you know because it's easier. So I think it's great to know that you have many opportunities to go to many places, like the one that Flora shares or the ones that we have been sharing in other interviews, and the more that we have to come. But if there's anyone, there are many options, and I think it's great if you are thinking about moving abroad. Just to have this guide, you will have everything in there. And yeah, and that's it. That's everything from my side. So thank you, Flora, so much for your time, and thank you for sharing your experience. It was so valuable to actually know from someone who is involved in this program. And thanks so much for your great advice.
Thank you for having me again.
Bye.